Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today I'm making a video that I think is gonna upset some of you. It's definitely gonna upset some of my friends, but it's my Catholic hot take video. I hope you guys don't leave me after this video. I hope you guys just disagree with me down in the comments. I don't mind if you disagree with me. These are my hot takes. It has absolutely nothing to do with, say, like church teaching or anything like that. It's just my hot takes about Catholics today, what we're going through, more of like a cultural video. This is a little cultural video. So my first hot take that is going to upset a lot of people. But you know what? I'm allowed to have this opinion because this is my YouTube channel. This is my hot take. I don't like the traditional Latin Mass. I am a Novus Order girl. I attend a couple of very reverent Novus Order masses because I have my daily mass church, which I walk to. It's a 5-minute walk. And then I have my parish that I go to on Sundays where I go to mass with my friends, and it's a very beautiful community. It's such a good community and it's so great. The closest TLM mass is probably about 45 minutes away, 30 minutes away. I don't know, it's far away. And I've gone to two traditional Latin masses, so maybe I haven't given it enough of a chance, but I just don't like it, right? I don't like the priest having his back to me. I understand that is, again, tradition, but I don't like it because I love the priest facing me. I have been to Novus Order masses where the priest has literally been holding Jesus and he starts to cry because it's just amazing. So I'm very much a Novus Order girl. I appreciate the Novus Order Mass. I appreciate the fact that I am friends with the priests. And in that sense, I know them. I know they're reverent. It's great. So I don't like the traditional Latin Mass. It's not my devotion. I'm not saying I'll never like the TLM. Maybe one day I'll move away. That'll be my closest church. I'll give it a shot again. Maybe my older age, I'll get more into it. But right now I'm happy with going to my Novus Order Mass. Another hot take is I don't veil. I have never had a woman explain to me why veiling was so important that I liked. I've had some girls tell me that they veil because it makes them look more like Mary. I don't know, that's just not enough of a reason for me. I had one girl say she veiled because it gives her like tunnel vision because she can't see as well with her peripherals, so she can focus more on Jesus. I had one girl tell me, oh, if I was going to a boyfriend's house, I would put on makeup to go to my boyfriend's house, so going to church, putting on the veil, that is the same thing. And I'm kind of like, you put on makeup to go to your boyfriend's house? Like, no, I don't do that. If I have a boyfriend, I don't put on makeup to go to his house. I just go to his house without makeup on. So I don't know. I haven't had a good reason to veil, so I've just never veiled. Okay, my next hot take that is going to upset my friends because I have quite a few friends who do this, but I do not. I don't think we should have extraordinary ministers of communion. So a lot of people think the EM stands for Eucharistic minister. It stands for extraordinary minister. So there is one priest at my parish who has a walker and he's really slow and he just can't get up and down stairs. We should have extraordinary ministers for him at that mass because he can barely walk, this poor man. However, if there's a perfectly healthy priest, I think that's all you need to distribute communion. One thing the TLM people say is they like the TLM Mass better than the Novus Order Mass because during the TLM Mass you have more time to pray and more be present. Whereas like in the Novus Order Mass, you're listening, you're observing, you're singing, you don't have as much time to pray. If we were to get rid of these extraordinary ministers, we'd have more time to pray because it would only be the priest distributing communion. And in that sense, there's like no reason. The extraordinary ministers, all they do is speed up the Mass. There's no why do we want to speed that up? That's the best time because when you receive communion, Jesus is in you for 15 minutes about. Why don't we just sit and pray for that whole 15 minutes? So I just don't see any reason to have lay people distribute communion unless the priest can barely walk. That's just my personal opinion. Again, this is my hot take. Please don't leave my channel because you are annoyed with this hot take. Just disagree with me in the comments. Let's do that. Going along with that is I think we need to bring back communion rails to every single Catholic church in America. I really believe there's no reason to not have communion rails. A lot of the older churches already have communion rails in place. They just don't have the padding to kneel onto. For example, my parish, again, has the communion rail. We don't use it. Why aren't we using it? It's awesome. It gives the altar servers more to do because they can put the paten in there and it gives you more reverence because you're receiving it on the tongue. You're not even touching Jesus, like you're just intimate with him completely. I love it. I love communion rails. I have seen them at some very reverent Novus Order masses. I think they need to be in every church in the country. I want them back at every church and I want only the priest to distribute communion. We need watchers at every single mass. I have been to multiple masses, even at St. Patrick's Cathedral in the city, where tourists will go up to receive communion and then they just take it with them. And the ushers, shout out to the ushers of St. Pat's, will be like, give it back, give it back. I've seen ushers say, give it back. And they'll give it back to the priest or whomever is distributing communion. We need to have the ushers. Why do we have the ushers coming down the aisles? We know how to file up. Ushers, you guys should be at the front of the aisle. You guys should be making sure that no one is stealing the communion, because people have done it. I don't know if we've all seen it. I've seen it twice, and that should not be happening. So ushers, you stay at the front, and this is my hot takes. I'm not saying, no, go do this. You stay at the front. You watch to make sure everybody's receiving communion. Again, we don't need to file. So the one thing I like about the Hispanic masses that I go to by me is that people just get up when they want to get up to receive communion. I like that better because sometimes you're praying before you go up to communion and you don't want to rush your prayers. And also sometimes you're in a state of mortal sin. I'm not saying everyone this has happened to, but sometimes you're in a state of mortal sin and you can't go up to receive communion. So you're going to stay in the pew. So sometimes I'll be like going up to receive communion and I'll notice, oh, my friend Sammy hasn't gone up to receive communion. Wonder what Sammy got into last night. And your mind's gonna race, or people will be like, oh, did you see that boyfriend and girlfriend? They didn't go up to communion. I bet I know what's going on there. I bet I know why they're not receiving communion. We should not be able to see who is not receiving communion. We should just not, we should not be looking at that. We shouldn't be gossiping. We shouldn't allow those thoughts into our heads. But if everyone just goes up when they feel like going up, we're not going to be able to notice who's not going up. So I really don't like that we file into lines. Again, I think this is just an American thing. When I go to my Hispanic churches by me, they don't do that. They just go up when they feel like it. And it's so much better that way because you can't tell who's not going up. So you can't. Again, you don't even have to be in mortal sin. I'm sorry. For a correction, you don't have to be in mortal sin to not receive communion. That is, again, your personal preference, your relationship with God. You're only required to receive your communion once a year. However, I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you receive it every time you go as long as you're in a state of grace? I think this next one is going to be my least controversial opinion, but that is parish shopping. I don't know, on those Reddit pages, a lot of people hate on parish shopping. I think you should go to the parish that will provide you with the most community. Okay, I don't think you are required at all to go to the parish that you are closest, walking distance, driving distance, whatever. If you are a TLM girly, go to the closest TLM mass that you want to go to, or whatever. You know, you don't have to go to the closest. Go to the one that you want to go to. For example, right, I live 5 blocks away from a parish that I go to daily mass at. However, I don't go to mass there on Sundays. I go to mass with my friends. It's a 15-minute drive for me, it's like 11 minutes when there's no traffic. So go parish shop. Go see, if you're a young adult like me, go see where the other young adults are. It improves your mood to go where the young adults are. For me personally, I don't know about you guys. People are always like, oh, when you go to mass, do you get jealous when you see all the couples at mass? And no, that warms my heart. I love seeing all the young couples, either with your young kids or the newly married or the dating. I love seeing all those couples in mass. And it also reminds me that a lot of young men or women don't go to the young adult events, which means you can find a practicing Catholic spouse out in the world on a dating app. Again, I recommend downloading secular dating apps such as like Hinge. I don't like Bumble. I don't like that the girl messages first. We've taken basically everything away from men. I mean, we really have. Like, the man doesn't have to approach the woman in public anymore. The man doesn't even have to like ask for your phone number. He can just find you on Instagram and DM you. He doesn't have to go into your parents' house and say, hey, I'm here to pick up so-and-so. They just have to wait in their car and text you and all that stuff. We've taken everything away from men. That's why I think Bumble is stupid. I think the men should message first. That's why I like Hinge. You can get in on Catholic Match. I haven't been on Catholic Match in like 7 years. But I think something like Hinge is very good because you can put yourself as Catholics only. You can put on your typical Sunday that you go to Mass, and you can find practicing Catholics on Hinge. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that tangent, but this is my Catholic hot takes video, so we're gonna leave it in. All right, you guys, that was my hot takes video. I hope you liked it. I'm sorry the lighting is trash right now. I have been trying to film this video. Look at that with the lighting. Would that have been better if I filmed it like this? No, that's horrible. I'm sorry the lighting is trash right now. I've been trying to film this video for weeks and it's so hard in the wintertime because the sun sets so early and it's difficult. Luckily the sun's setting a little bit later now, but it still looks kind of weird. And I don't like using the ring light because it doesn't look good with my glasses, and I don't like wearing the contacts because I have the long nails and it's really annoying to wear the long contacts with the nails, and I work from home. I don't want to put contacts in anyway, and the makeup and the hair and the blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what your Catholic hot takes are. Please like and subscribe if you have not done so already. I'm trying to get to 7,000 subscribers before the end of 2024. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.